What is up, everyone? Kate here from Racquet Tennis. Hope you guys are doing great today. Today I'm going to be talking about how and why I am reuniting with an old friend. Before we get into all the specifics about this racket, which I have reviewed on the channel and which I will be reuniting with, do not forget to like and subscribe. It's the easiest way to support the channel here at Racquet Tennis. We are on our way to 10,000 subscribers. It's our goal to get there before the end of the year, so please like and subscribe if you are not already. All right, guys, so that's right. I am reuniting with the Extreme Pro, formerly known as Extreme Tour. But before I get into all the specifics of that, let's go back to 2021. So the quest for my perfect racket began in 2021. I was using a Babolat Pure Aero before that. I had wanted a racket that, you know, had a little bit more control, was maybe nicer up at the net to me, and I didn't feel like I needed that bulky Pure Aero beam anymore just in general. So I found the Extreme Tour original frame. Not much customization was on it originally. Then I really loved it with customization and used that racket for quite a while. I began to use that racket through my first 2 college years. Played an undefeated season on number 6 here my freshman year with that racket, and carried over with some good success after that following spring, making nationals with my team. My second year also played really well, had an undefeated doubles season, and also won the ring, clinching it for my team with that Extreme Tour racket. So the Extreme Tour did a lot of good things for me. The only thing though that was lacking there at the end of the Extreme Tour's time of life, you could say, was the rackets were really beat up, and I was, always looking for something new. So I changed to the Radical Pro, and I did do some heavy-duty customizations with that racket as well. We had Beckett from Tencom that helped me out. That was a great video that we made over a year ago now. And I used the Radical for my whole junior year, and the Radical worked great for me as well. I made semifinals of the ITA Doubles Championship. We made final of conference again, had a lot of good wins. But what happened was I did play my first pro match back in, I think, end of March of 2024. And the racket was a little heavy to maneuver around at the higher level, and playing these matches against better players exposed some flaws. And that was technical equipment. And this was one of these little things that I kind of kept in the back of my mind. So when I went home this past summer, I had some time to think about, some technical stuff, especially technical on my forehand. We did Finding My Forehand, that little series there, doing some little changes there. If you guys haven't seen that series, feel free to check it out. Really break down my forehand. Then came the equipment thoughts. So like I said, was using the Radical Pro. It was really beefed up. I enjoyed it a lot for, conference play and stuff, but like I said, moving to play better players, I did struggle, maneuvering it, maybe getting some more pop and more spin out of my ball. Higher launch was maybe, I craved a little bit of a higher launch at times to give myself a little bit more time to get back into points. The power level was okay. Maybe a smidge more would have been nice, but it wasn't the biggest deal. So then I tinkered around with some rackets this past summer. I actually used the Speed MP for around a month. I played a few tournaments with it. I didn't tell you guys that. And then I didn't really fall in love with the Speed MP, and I tested this out, and once again, it hit home. I love this frame. As far as customizations go, we're gonna leave that out of this video. That's gonna be saved for part 2. Also the string setup, we'll talk about that more in part 2. But everything about this racket, I just love it, okay? For me, it's the perfect blend of power and spin and control. I love it at net. It really does everything good for me. So let's take a little bit of a step back here. I was playing with the Radical Pro, and how did this racket really come into my hands again? While I was using the Speed MP, I didn't quite feel connected to the ball as much as I would like. The Radical had a great sensation in my hand. The former Extreme Tour had a great sensation in my hand. For me, it's really about how the ball feels coming off the strings and how the racket just feels in my hand. That's so big for me. For some people, it's not. Everybody's a little bit different, but for me, those are really important when choosing a racket. And with the Speed MP and the Speed line in general, they're great frames, but it wasn't hitting home. And I wanted to move out for my Radical. So we thought, well, what if we took the old specs of my Extreme Tour and the new old specs, you could say, of my Radical, because I did tinker with my Rad a little bit. I did take some weight off the top. It was very beefed up when I originally got it. It was almost 350. So I took some off, and then I kind of combined it with my old Extreme Tour to make the best of both worlds. So that is what I have here now. I do have weight up here, I do have weight down here. We have a new string set up, but like I said, we will leave that for part 2. And big thanks to Graffiti. They sent me a swing weight machine and a balance board to really help customize my racket, so I will be showing you guys all of that stuff in the next video. So let's just do a little quick recap here. I actually have been using this racket for about a month and a half now. I have played the full ITA tournament with it. I've been practicing with it. I have no regrets, no issues whatsoever. There's literally, for me, nothing this racket can't do. I have zero complaints. Maybe in the future there would be a string change, if anything, but like I said, we're not even talking about strings in this video, so, and I do love the setup that I have in here right now. For the first time ever, I literally cannot say a negative thing about my setup. I love this racket, it works perfect in my hand, and yeah. I think everybody should actually try the Extreme Pro, that's what it's called now, or try and get their hands on the old Extreme Tour, which is also a great frame. So you guys, if you are interested in knowing what my actual specs are, I'm gonna go and do a deep dive into that, also a deep dive into the string setup as well in the next video. Please like and subscribe so you do not miss that video, it's gonna be good. But yeah guys, I have reunited officially with my ex for real, and we're gonna be staying together for quite some time, I think. So I'm really happy about this. The racket plays great, and I really don't think I'll be moving away from this racket for some time now, unless, you know, for some reason they discontinue this racket, which I don't think they're going to do. So big thanks guys, appreciate you guys watching this video. I am back with the Extreme Pro, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.